So one interesting thing about faults is how they interact with the Earth's surface. So we can talk about, how the plates move relative to each other along faults and how the earthquakes on faults, but they also affect the sort of the um, topography of the ground. So one of the main features is what we call a scarp or a fault scarp. This is the topographic expression of a fault. Sometimes that's something we can tell when we're next to it, and sometimes we need to be looking at a photograph or an aerial view. This is a linear feature or a lineation, an aerial or satellite photo. So mostly it's this sort of, you don't see it unless you're standing back, but sometimes you can, if it's a fresh, recent fault that's been active, oftentimes they're really clear just standing in front of them. And faults are also often found in valleys. And that's because the fault motion crumbles the rock. So where the faults occur, the rock gets weaker, and those areas tend to erode away. So a lot of times it's hard to really find a fault you can put your finger on because it'll be often in a valley and it'll get covered with sedimentary rocks. And finally, it's important to note that many faults, maybe most faults, have no surface manifestation. This could be because they are ancient, no longer active. There's one of these just a few hundred meters from City College. It could be also because they are blind. They're faults that don't actually intersect the surface.